And we are live.
Not an issue. Unless you're trying to do a curl, like, you know how if you do a bunch, I don't know if you know, but if you just do like a normal like garter stitch, or not garter, but just like stocking it.
Hey, it's Derek Jones, and I am live again. And today I have what I've been waiting for a long time, and he had to buy it for me to get it. So
I didn't buy it.
his company bought it. This is Josh McLean. He's a contributor on the live videos typically, and his company is going to do a Prusa, so we're going to build as much as we can tonight. There might be more than one video, so I figured we'd do an unboxing and then we'll build as much as we can. So bear with us here. We'll open it up right now. I'm going to tilt this video a little bit so Josh can tell me where the...
You want to see the table? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty good right there.
Alright, so let's see what this bad boy comes with. First of all, it comes with your packing list, and which is a lot more than the Chinese printers, I'll tell you that. But with good reason, because these instructions that it comes with are priceless. I've got a printer that I'm working on right now that I haven't been able to build. Oh, and it's for its electronics. So let's get right to it. We've got a box that looks like it has the Y-axis. Everything's nicely labeled.
I did have the gummy bears, but I already...
He got the gummy bears early. We got the power supply, and it's got a 3D printed part on that. Power cord, that's candy. We got... I don't know what that is. We'll have to open it up. Got some 3D printed parts that probably go to the assembly. Looks like frame parts.
They're all labeled too.
Yeah, they're all labeled. That's handy. Got something that's sealed. I don't know what's in there. Is it filament? Oh, I guess it comes with filament. So awesome. Josh saw the spool and made the connection. That's why I brought him. He's smarter. And then... any comments yet. Usually, oh, hey, what's going on?
Ooh.
There is some more tools and
zip ties.
Zip ties, yeah. Josh hates zip ties, and I've explained to him that that's part of the 3D printing world.
Yeah, but I explained to you why. In the racing world.
That's the 3D printing bed, which is supposedly awesome. I haven't even messed with it yet.
I don't know if it's the
motors.
The flexible bed, or if it's... I heard there was some delay on the flexible beds.
Huh. And then it looks like a whole bunch of probably linear bearings, I'm guessing, or linear rod. Yep. Okay, so we'll move the big box out of the way now, and we'll get started on this. And so between the two of us, hopefully we can get a little more done than the average bear. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It's good. Good. Oh, there's the bed. Got a steel sheet. And is that your heated bed? That's the actual bed. Yep, you got the right one. And then there's the steel frame.
Oh, there's the heating element, right? And there's supposed to be something magnets onto it, or is that the part that maybe it isn't here yet?
It might not be here yet. So we might be missing a part, which seems to be consistent with the rest of the 3D printing world. So.
Well, no, I think it was. I want to say there. I can't remember. I should have read up on that more.
Well, we'll figure it out.
The flexible bed that's supposed to magnet to the actual heating element.
Right.
If I recall, and this might be old information, people that know. Something about the coatings, if I recall, was they're having some issues. So
the ceramic coatings?
First one, yeah, whatever they're...
Because it's ceramic. So where is the instructions in the handbook?
I think the instructions are online. That to me looked like everything about printing, not necessarily about assembly.
Alright, well, I guess we'll have to pull it up online.
So,
right.
Introduction, number 1. Shows you tools.
Get our tools out. What tools do we need? Needle nose. Got it.
Phillips spot bearing, a set of Allen keys.
I don't have my Allen keys, but it came with Allen keys.
I have a bit set up.
Allen?
I'll go grab.
Here's the rest of the tools. Comes with a really nice tool set. Might have to steal these when Josh isn't looking. It kills me that he got a Prusa before me, but I actually built a rep wrap like in 2010 based on Prusa's design, and it's been fabulous. So I'm a believer. He makes good stuff. Tools are nice. All right, let's see. Step 1. Required tools, labels guide. And we need some E-access is what we need. So, the E-access apparently. That's what it said. We'll take those zip ties out of there for now. We don't need the USB. Glue stick, that's nice. A whole bunch of nuts and bolts. X-axis. You want to go through that and tell me what I need to pull out? Z-axis. E-axis. There's nuts and bolts for the E.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. PSU, HB. What else do we need? Spare. What is this? Oh, the LCD. That's handy.
So, yeah, I guess the manual's right here.
Okay. So, some 3D printed parts we need.
Assume so. I'm not seeing like fasteners, including bag 4, bag step 5 view, high resolution images.
Bear with us.
English.
The most important part of any assembly is plenty of soda.
Didn't pick up any beer, dang it.
I don't drink. You want beer, you gotta buy your own beer.
Okay, so I guess I picked Mark 3.
Mark 3. Alright, so the first part we need.
This is took me right back to the same thing. I guess go to step 2.
Y-axis assembly. So, the Y is the main.
Yeah, so there's the top of this one.
I'm going to use this to build on. Okay. So, if I scratch her table again, I won't make it out alive. So, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Need the extrusions?
Looks like.
Alright, so we need the 2 extrusions. We'll lay it up the way they show it.
And the hardware.
And the hardware.
That's right.
Limit extrusion frames. What's the hardware? Which hardware does it need?
It's M5.
Man, these are really nice. This is like laser cut aluminum. And then they powder coated it, and man, it's really nice stuff. This is really,
Anodized.
yeah, hard anodized aluminum. What do they call this? Open beam. Yeah, 2020 or 4040. I can't remember.
M5 by 16, 16 of them.
Okay, so which screws? M5 16R. All right, well, let's find those bad boys.
Doesn't say the bag, unless there's a bag mark for the.
Y frame.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nothing for that. Nothing for that. Y frame.
There we go.
And there's the grommets. Those are handy. Keep us from scratching the table up, which I already got in trouble for. Timing belt, a couple bearings, some miscellaneous screws. It doesn't say what the screws are.
The sides.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it's those. Those look like M5s. Did it call for M5s?
Where'd it go? Sorry, I lost it. Yeah, M5 by 16.
That looks like an M5 by 16.
16 of them.
16 of them?
1 aluminum frame, 4 aluminum extrusions.
If I drop them, we're going to be up a creek.
Take the long aluminum extrusions. Frame, place next to the frame.
12. One more. All right, I got the screws. Now what?
So when you stand the frame up, place the long extrusions in the front.
Okay. Stand the frame up. Long extrusions in the front.
And this is
Oh, okay. So they go through these. They're in the valleys though. They're right here.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah. So it looks like you go in these notches. Okay. Is there a front side? I guess the Prusa is the front side. Right?
It doesn't say.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's front.
All right. So we're gonna put these through here.
Called for what? What was that down kilo say?
I don't know. The third smallest. Oh, these are threaded. You don't have to self-thread. Wow, that's nice. They're already tapped, so that's handy. A lot of these come and they're not, and you just have to force them in with self-tapping screws. That's a nice touch. There's a reason why they charge more. They just have a higher level of quality, you know. Put this in. And I like to put all 4 screws in. A tip: don't ever tighten one down and then try to put the other ones in because you won't line them up. So we'll put these in and then we'll just tighten them down. Josh is breaking out the. All right, so.
Clutch set low on that.
Yep. Which is fine. All right, there's one. We'll do the other one now. Josh will start preparing for the next step while I put these in. What are you guys all doing tonight? Anybody else building a printer or printing anything right now? You can totally talk.
So it's the same thing with the shorter extrusions on the back.
Shorter extrusion on the back. Show me the picture. Okay, on the outside one.
Yeah. So they sit wider.
All right. That went together painlessly. That was pretty simple. Famous last words, right? All right, so put these together now. There we go. All right, there's that one. And we'll do this one. And there's 3 screws. Where's the 4th screw? Did it roll off? There it is. I found it. It was hiding from me.
You wanna?
Feel free to keep talking.
Too late to do Loctite.
I don't know that you want to do Loctite right away anyway.
Once it all fits together.
Yeah, let's get it all put together, then it's always easier. I mean, you could Loctite it, but you're not talking a lot of vibration. I mean, I can see Loctite, but I don't know. If you have a problem, you just pull that part out and you Loctite that one. I've never had a problem with a 3D printer. And if you have enough vibration that you're shaking screws loose, then you really need to start looking at your axis and figure which one has a bad bearing or which one's not aligned, because 3D printers shouldn't shake themselves apart. Now, I have had them do that, but they shouldn't. Okay, so these are almost in.
It's kind of cool. The manual's interactive, so you can pick specific pictures.
That is cool. So we're looking at their online manual, and this is really good. I may not be able to let you have this printer back, so you know.
Yeah, my boss might take.
You'll have to catch me.
Yeah.
I can outrun him.
This is Bill,
Yeah. Oh, that's even worse. I've been.
see where these T-nuts are supposed to go.
Those will go in the slide somewhere.
Yeah, but oh, okay.
All right, so there we go. There's the first part of the frame assembled. I think this is going to be a long video. All right, what's the next step, Josh?
So it looks like you're wanting to do these two plates here, front and back.
Okay.
I assume.
More of the same screws? Guessing?
It looks like, yes. Yep, more M5.
Okay, these don't
the
line up.
Y-axis front plate, rear plate.
So I guess they've got a little elevation to them.
Yeah. Oh, is it the same back?
Yep.
Okay.
So now we'll put on the plates on the front, the back. They can only go one way with the gap, so this shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you got it. Right, they're upside down for a second. So we gotta do those T-nuts before we do the back plate.
Okay. On the short legs?
Yeah.
Or we need T-nuts in this too?
I think the T-nuts are for the electronics. They're just on the one side here.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm glad you brought this little torque wrench. This is handy as hell.
Yeah.
I usually do these with an Allen wrench because I'm poor and I can't afford the nice, fun tools that Josh has. So, well, I have some CNC machines and stuff, but regular tools, I can't afford this stuff. There we go. I made short work of that. All right, where do you want those T-nuts?
So I'm not clear here. It's shown on the sides, but there's only two of them. This picture shows, no, it shows them on the top.
Top of this one, okay.
Yeah, so it'd be.
All right, so put the T-nuts in the back leg here. Get a tug ladder.
Oh, sorry.
Those go. You put your T-nuts in before you put the back piece on. Otherwise, you'll be taking it off to put them back on. Then, does this go up like this? Or does it go down like this? Is how it looks like it should go.
Where did it go there? Doesn't show. Oh, like that. So, yeah, to the top.
Like that. All right. So now I'm going to put this back plate on here. Dropped one of the fan clips under. I didn't catch that. It faded too quick. Sorry. Wasn't looking. You drop one of the fan clips where? The video coming through okay, guys? Because we don't know. We're doing it off the iPad. I can never get it to work on my computer, so I'm at my friend's house, and she has better lighting.
Placed on a flat surface.
You better get ahead. I'm knocking this out.
You better start reading them. I look at the pictures and put stuff together.
Get this figured out, buddy. Brought you here for a reason. Well, mainly
Like
because
we're
you
gonna
have a
have
machine.
to trade places and read all the instructions.
We might have to trade. To be fair, I've assembled an awful lot of things.
So I think they want me to place it on a flat surface and see if it's all square.
It's square. I rocked it.
Alright. Alright, now the rubber feet, so we don't have to worry about
Scratching the table
anymore.
Where do they go?
Just on the bottom outside corner, so just plug into that extrusion.
Oh yeah? That's damn cool. Show me how.
Twist them in.
Let's go. So it's got these cool little rubber feet. Oh, that's handy. Digging them. So, I gotta look at what he just said.
I guess I could pull it up in my phone.
Probably could look at this by doing.
You got your phone here, don't you?
Yeah. When you heat up the nozzle, push filament so you can see flow come out and then wait for a little cool few degrees before pulling out. Okay. Your Congo is reversed. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we've got the camera flipped around. There's really no way to fix that. That's It's where I teach wrestling. So I was at the wrestling gym earlier, so I'm wearing my wrestling stuff. Yeah, I just flipped around. Thanks for telling me. Okay, it's really hard to push in. All right. We will note that. Okay, so now I've got the rubber feet in, and those popped in surprisingly easy. So this will keep me from being murdered later. Because I've already scratched the table, like I said, with the tripod. So, did not go well. All right, where are we at? What do we do? All right, we need the Y-axis, 3D printed parts.
Front and back holders.
Front and back holders. Okay, so we got these. Okay.
And then
The screws.
There's some differences between the parts apparently.
Where's the nuts? Oh, they're in there. Okay. That's an idler. 8 and 8.
Yep.
What kind of nuts? Square nuts?
Yes.
So now you need
3 by 10, 8 of those.
or M3s. All right. So we need how many?
8.
8 square of the M4s. You got these little square nuts. You probably can't see them. They're tiny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've done a really good job of labeling their parts, but they did not label the screws themselves. That's one thing that I'm kind of, compared to some of the other machines I built, they actually tell you what the bolts are. It hasn't been a problem because each process is labeled per bag, so the Y-axis is labeled with all the essential Y parts, so I guess you could argue you know that these screws are those sizes, but I'm not used to that, so it's kind of different for me. Okay, so now what?
So let's just place the nuts into, I forget what part that was.
You got these. So,
Push them right into
yep, nut holders. But we only have one that's, oh, there they are. Okay. So we're going to put the little nuts now in these little orange thingamabobs. What are these called?
the Y holder front.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is going to hold the bearing. The rod is what it's for.
Gotcha.
This is holding your linear bearing. These parts will be holding the linear bearing. You might have to trim these a little bit. I should have brought a knife. I thought about that because this one is not perfect, but I've been able to force them in.
You can see where it was squished on the table.
Yeah.
The texture of the table.
The printing is first rate. I mean, I guess that if you own your own 3D printing company, you can...
Have a huge printing farm.
Yeah. The prints are fabulous. All right, now what?
I want to sleep. I don't know. It shows using the Allen key to align them, but I think we're good there.
Yeah, we got that.
Two here, and then place them on. Is there holes in the frame for them?
Yeah. Yep. You go like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the ones in the back will bolt right to the frame.
Yeah.
The ones in the front will sit above the extrusion.
Okay. So these go.
Can't tell if there's a front or back to it. Oh, I guess there's only one way. There's only one side with a hole.
Yeah. Now you can get this in the kit form, or you can do like my friend here and just order it outright.
You mean the whole built machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the kit.
This is the kit. He ordered the complete.
Oh, you're talking. Gotcha.
So far, this is the hardest part is these nuts are not lined up right.
So maybe the lining the two. Oh, they're falling out.
Yeah, they're falling out. So might want to
Drop a super glue maybe, or a wedge piece of paper.
just use my standard tactic of forcing it aggressively.
Till it breaks.
Yeah. If it doesn't fit, you just ram it in there continually until it does. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing all right.
Does that one fit it?
Nope.
Oh, there's a ball in now. Probably fits it. There you go.
That does not want to line up that way. That's the most tricky part I've found with it. Yeah. So.
Did you start already?
I think buying it outright is pretty sweet.
Well, I don't know if mine's assembled or not. I don't think it's assembled.
Well, you better bring it over here. We're working on them right now.
I'm about to go to Star Wars.
Small box, right? Wrapped in black.
Yeah, wrapped in black.
Oh, you
There's
bought
a
the
smaller
kit.
box on
You got
top.
the kit too.
Okay.
Well, if you need help, let us know.
Well, are you gonna post this live
Yeah.
stream?
Yeah, it's gonna
permanently?
stay.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple. It's working out pretty good.
I'm gonna get to hear my voice in video
Yep.
that I'm gonna need to watch.
You're now a celebrity. You're going to be in it about 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's where you're
You're
at.
that far in already.
Yeah. Assembly videos are usually quite long. So I'm not very happy with these. This is kind of a bugger.
Well, these two, they seem to stay in place. The first one you started with is loose, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
fix that. You want me to see that paper right there?
What paper?
Just that sheet right there next to it. I'm gonna shim the nuts at the color.
Can you read the comments that are coming in?
Yeah, I can. It's kind of far away. I have a bad eye.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. I remember you
So
talking about
it's hard. That's why I have to look. So my laptop does not work with live. It just sucks.
Really?
Yeah, and so I've been using this is an iPad and it works okay, but the problem is the guys that are watching are regulars and I usually like talking to them, but I can't see what they're saying, or if I do, I have to look.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually go back through the comments and message them later. I got some cool guys that stay on my channel and they tell me a lot when I miss stuff. They let me know.
Oh,
so it works
that's
out
actually
pretty good.
quite
Well,
helpful.
it's what you need.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Second, third, fourth set of
Yep.
eyes.
Yep. The collective is usually a lot smarter than the individual. So I've learned a lot from my watchers.
So to me, and I don't have, the experience or knowledge of 3D printers that you do, but from my research, I thought, okay, this Prusa looks like the way to go.
Oh, it's a good machine. This
So-
is the best in my opinion.
So what sets this so far apart
Wait a
from?
second.
So this guy, the guy who built this kit, has been in the forefront of 3D printing for a decade. And he has come up with more innovations and more inventions that have been standardized.
Oh, okay.
That everybody,
and just Prusa.
yeah,
Prusa.
so Joseph Prusa, and everybody copies. So he builds the
So
design.
he's the Henry Ford
Yeah.
of
Well,
3D printing.
But what's
in
cool
a
about
sense.
him is it's all open source. He
Oh,
publishes
that is cool.
He publishes everything, and unfortunately, the Chinese immediately copy it and come out with cheaper, lower price versions. But his stuff is still higher quality, almost always.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm happy to support his stuff because it's usually trend setting. I
Okay.
built a machine off of his design in 2010. I think it was about 2010, and it still works. I still have it. I still use it all the time.
Wow.
He's a pioneer.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Prusa.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, they're as good as they come. That's why I'm doing the live video because I don't have one. Josh got one through his company. They build prototype parts and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
cool.
I have a bunch of other printers, but I don't have a Prusa. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna order one. What'd you pay for your kit?
Around $1,000, maybe a little
Yeah.
less. Does that sound right?
Yeah, the assembled's a
Did
little.
you get with the multicolor, or did you get just the? I think the kit was only like 700. So I'm wondering.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was around 800 total then with
Right.
shipping.
Yeah.
Then I ordered some filament from
Yeah.
him as well.
All right, these are somewhat challenging to get in here. I'm still struggling with this one.
Is the piece slipping down?
Yeah,
Here, let me see it.
so it's half screwed in.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna
I
do.
just found up stuff in a piece of paper there, so that wouldn't fall out on this one.
Yeah.
So I noticed when you could order, he had different bed options
Yes.
of material. What was that about?
So yeah, that's what I think I was talking to you about. Like there was the
Alright.
magnetic sheet metal bed that was supposed to have, I forget. The
There was like two
coatings.
options, right?
Well, so I know that they have the one. So first of all, the difference is now is this has auto bed leveling, which a lot of machines didn't. They're coming out. It's pretty much standardized now, but
Okay.
you also had quick disconnect beds that would just pop right off. So the
Right.
idea is you could order multiple beds
Uh-huh.
and change them out.
Right. So I think what he's referring to, and the same thing I was talking about, is so this is their spring steel bed, but
Okay.
the
coated.
Yeah, it was like a finish. Like one was like ceramic.
Yeah.
Okay. And one
They
was
had problems with the ceramic.
okay.
So are they going to send you one?
which I don't know if they'll upgrade them later. I think if you wanted to wait for the upgraded coating, you had to basically go to the end of the line or whenever they were going to be available. If you want it now, it came with this one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if you're waiting for the ceramic, you're probably still waiting. Otherwise, you're going to get the steel bed, which this is a nice
There's
bed.
still a coating on it. I just don't remember I can't remember the names of the different coatings.
I don't know what it is, but it looks nice. I would personally probably still use tape just to protect the bed, but tape or glue stick. So I use blue painter's tape. If you're just starting
Okay.
out, I would start with PLA plastic. Did you
Okay.
buy PLA
Yeah.
and ABS?
I think it was one thing of filament. I don't remember which one
Okay.
it was, but it
PLA.
was one of those two. One of those two.
ABS has some nasty fumes, and you need to do it like in your garage with the door open.
Oh, okay.
But PLA is a sugar-based plastic. It'll actually biodegrade over. It's about 200 years, but it will biodegrade. But it doesn't have a
Does it
harmful.
taste like candy?
It does not. I've tasted it. It doesn't taste like
I
candy.
did notice the sweeter smell. When
Yeah,
printed
it
with
smells.
PLA
It smells like
versus-
sugar cookies.
versus
Oh,
just
that's
like
nice.
melty plastic with the
ABS smells like plastic.
Okay.
So
PLA
next-
is the way to go then,
Next to me is wide belts.
because it's going to be in my basement.
Oh yeah, do PLA
Okay.
for sure. Y belt.
Wide belt. I'll see. Yeah. So.
Oh, we've
so
got an
the
idler.
hardware bag. Here's the idler. Here's the.
Yep.
I don't see the hardware for it. Oh no, this is the hardware for it.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the idler.
Do we sort through
I
the
have a better
parts?
camera, but I can't get it to work with my laptop. It just so I'm gonna switch once I start making money on YouTube again. They demonetized me, so this is all for free, and I am not connected with Prusa at all. If you're watching this, Prusa, I'd like to be connected. But yeah, I'll get better cameras when I start getting paid. Right now, we're gonna deal with an iPad. Sorry. So we've got the idler. Put it in there. Where's the screw? The long screw right there. And then this is
So
gonna.
the bearings are in it.
Does it have bearings? Yeah, bearings are already in it.
And I think you're supposed to press a nut in below it first. There's 3 nuts.
Okay.
2 below and 1 on the back.
Okay. So we're gonna press the little lock nuts. These are M4s. Yeah. I think. Are they M3s? M3s. So you got little lock nuts that have to be press fitted into 3D printed parts, and again, they're not wanting to fit. Oh, come on, Prusa, where's your tolerance control?
On 3D printed parts.
Yeah,
Right.
actually, I'm just giving them a hard time. These are actually really well made. That one's not, but the rest are.
So what's the build time on this?
So a single person, the average hours.
Wow. Okay.
But Josh and I are supposed to be able to knock this out in a couple.
So you're gonna be done at midnight?
So right now we're looking like we're gonna be done. What did he just say? I gotta read what he just said. See, I can't see like I used to. Let's pull that up. Oh. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Use the screw to pull it in.
Yeah. Yeah, live's been good for me. I've done quite a few live videos, and they've always produced. So,
Oh, cool.
You and Jen should probably do live knitting videos.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt you. I can't believe knitting's it's huge.
Oh, well, no, it's been around for a few thousand years.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty amazing.
It's not
I
going
can't.
anywhere.
I don't know how to knit, but she makes some pretty cool stuff out of it. So. And then I keep telling her, she's like, "Well, I don't knit right." I'm like, "Well, your stuff looks good." It
Yeah,
doesn't-
that doesn't matter.
Yeah. So. All right, so we're putting this together. Josh is sinking the nuts in there because I couldn't do it. But going right along. It's kind of a tight fit, isn't it?
Yeah, or maybe, yeah, it looks like it.
I think you need to go up. So with PLA, when you're printing, if you need tolerance, I've found in Utah at least, and depending on the type of PLA, anywhere from 103% to 105 or 6% oversizing, and that will keep you in tolerance on your printed parts. These are really, really tight tolerance, which is probably purposeful because they don't want the nuts to come out. It makes sense. You're going to compress them in there, and they'll be in there forever.
But started, I don't know if
yeah, it'll pull it in when we tighten it down.
you got that one crooked though.
Yeah, I couldn't get it in there either. Crunch it with the pliers. I got pliers.
Okay. Kind of.
We're being held up by a nut.
Now let's try that. That's so crooked.
Yeah, when you get ready, let me know if you need help. I'll totally help you build it. I've built a lot of 3D printers.
Awesome. Cool.
So,
That's probably close enough.
are you subscribed to the channel yet so you can hear
Well,
yourself?
I'm pretty sure
Ah,
I was, but what was it?
Derek Jones? I think you did subscribe. I remember you subscribing. But you might have subscribed to
Was
our
that-
Explore Utah channel.
Yeah, that might have been it.
That was our hiking channel. It's still
Okay,
active.
Let's see.
I'm right on the front of it.
Okay.
Because some reason I think advertising my page with my face is a good idea. I'm not sure that's a great idea, but that's what I've done. So
You have a face for radio.
yeah, I have a face for radio. So if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It helps me out, and I need the help badly. So actually, I'm real close. So that's
EK or
DEREK.
okay.
So imagine it tells you how much, because I tightened it down to it.
That's
wasn't
perfect.
spinning.
That's all you need. Yep, that's perfect.
Yeah. This is inserts.
Now where does that go? I guess
right
it-
in the center of the machine.
On the long side?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to attach this
And you need
to here.
more of the, yeah, same ones obviously.
So far, this is pretty straightforward. The good thing about the i3 frame is it's already been done a lot, and there's not a lot of things that can change or go wrong. So if you built one i3, you've built them all. However, this one has more bells and whistles than the typical Chinese i3, so I totally would recommend buying it. Everybody I know that's got one just loves it to death. I'm excited to have one when Josh leaves.
Showing, leaving a gap. When I leave, what's that supposed to mean?
Sure, Josh. Yeah, just leave it here. I'll fix it for you. I don't have one of these.
Go ahead and start.
And you are going to have to press that nut in there. Otherwise, it's not going to reach.
Guess we could use the longer nut to pull them in.
Yeah. I think I can get
All
it.
right, well, I'll check back in and see if you're live streaming after the Han Solo.
We may be. We may be. Well, we can't because she works tomorrow, so we can't keep her up. So
Oh.
this might be a
Two-parter.
two-parter. I'm not going to keep her up late, so.
All right.
But it is good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too.
Bring. Let me know when you get ready to build yours. Maybe we'll do another live stream and build another one.
Yeah.
See if
All
we can
right.
beat our time.
Yeah, we'll be faster at it then.
All right, cool. Take it easy.
Let me know how Han Solo is.
Yeah, I have zero expectations.
You know what? After the last Star Wars, I said I would never ever see a Star Wars
Well,
again.
I'm getting in for free. It's a corporate event that I was invited to, so
Well, then you should go.
you know. I was like,
You
no, I'm not. I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay.
They
I definitely
ruined.
wouldn't pay.
They ruined me after the last one. I couldn't. There's no way I could ever.
They blew it.
They had so many chances to make that a great movie.
And you know what they could have done? Do you want this first?
Yeah.
Is all I wanted them to do, spoiler alert, is kill Luke at that scene where Kylo Ren is so angry he orders all the
Yeah.
lasers. And so he's fighting them all off with the Force.
Right.
And then he's standing there exhausted. And that's when Kylo Ren kills him because he couldn't kill Luke Skywalker
Right.
full strength. and then it would have made Kylo Ren scarier than Darth Vader.
It would have been cool if they'd have done. They had a lot of opportunities to make it a good movie, but they chose not to. So if you haven't seen Star Wars, The Last Jedi, it was just awful. Sorry if you're a Star Wars fan. It was awful. It was just awful.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a whole ship full of droids, and you let the lady do the suicide mission.
Or the worst part, what's his
Yeah.
face?
And I'm sure that you could have programmed it, you know, in 20 minutes to reverse engines. But no, we're gonna attack and kill Laura Dern. So there was a lot wrong with it.
Well,
I think the part I hated the most was when the chick stops the dude from sacrificing himself.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. We all.
What?
It was. Yeah. No. Oh, there's so many things that went wrong and so many missed opportunities.
Right.
Like who's it? Dooku. Who's the bad dude?
Count Dooku?
Oh,
Or Snoke.
Snoke. Yeah.
Snoke. That could have been a three-way Mexican standoff, good, the bad, and the ugly scene.
Yeah.
Where they're all fighting each other.
I don't think he's dead.
It would have been, well, no, but that scene.
Yeah.
Could you imagine all three of them fighting each other in a lightsaber duel? Has that happened?
No. They had every chance to make that movie awesome.
Wasn't it Senator or whatever was talking about the Jedi that could escape death or whatever?
Yeah, bring back
The
life.
guy was already looked like he can put back together.
Right, yeah.
So you're right, maybe he's not dead.
Well, I think he's a projection. But I don't know. Whoever was in charge of that movie should be fired, drawn, and quartered. Because he ruined my childhood. So.
His shoes,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was,
female?
what's her face?
Oh, it was a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy.
Great, now I'm a sexist. I didn't even know it was a woman. I just knew it was awful.
Well, no, the director didn't help either, and that was a dude. But Kathleen Kennedy has Star Wars blood on her hands.
Oh, yeah, she ruined it. That was terrible.
Hey, we'll see you guys.
See you, man. Let me know when you're ready to build yours.
All right.
All right, next up.
Bye.
All right, so that's assembled. That took a lot of work. Take the time to make sure you squish the nuts in there perfectly, because if they're out of alignment even a little bit, you will not get them in there.
And nobody likes squished nuts.
So I've just been informed that nobody likes squished nuts, so
You know what?
I got to get the peanut gallery in here.
Guess what? After you struggle putting it on, I think you put it on upside down.
This is Jen. This is her table that I have damaged.
Yes.
And I will be refinishing now because I damaged it. But she was very nice.
When's the refinishing video?
Yeah, the
So there will-
refinishing video will be coming out probably next year. Because that's how long it's going to take. Right?
It'll be quick.
Or feel free to donate for a new table.
Yes. Yes, I got to get my Patreon going.
But we're going to go out this door if that's okay.
That's all right. Do what you got to do. This is a live video. We're not editing at all. So.
After all your troubles, let me put it on upside down.
What?
Yeah. Right here, see?
Are you sure?
It's showing that little dimple on that's on the bottom side. I can feel it right here.
Okay.
Right there. See this little point? The purple arrow. Take your wide belt. I will probably and place it on the front plate. Note the small mark circle.
Small mark circle.
It's gonna be on that side on the bottom. You got it upside down.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, guess I'll take it back off and put it on again. So take special care because there is a mark. I thought this was exactly the same on both sides. It's not. So the idler.
I'm curious as to why. Yeah, why would it matter?
It's alignment. It's alignment. It's going to line up so the belt has to have the right kind of tension and alignment on it. So,
At least the nuts are squished, right?
yeah, they're squish nuts. So there's a hole on top of this I didn't notice, and it's got to be upright. So, and I had it down. So this little nut has a hole. I don't know if you can see it right there. I'm going to go tackle the MP Mini. Awesome, man. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Come back anytime. I like my MP Mini. It's a good machine. For the cost, I was like...
Okay, now I kind of get. So they color code the arrows with the pictures with the instruction has to do it. So like blue arrows, orient machine. The pink arrow, that was the one I missed. So if anyways, it's my fault for not saying, oh, I gotta put the hole up.
Yeah, it's your fault, Josh. You led me astray. He's got the instructions. I'm just turning nuts. Squishing nuts.
I told you should take over on the instruction part.
No way, dude. Alright, so the idler is now the right way with the hole on top. So we've got that in. We've got the rods in there. Now what?
Nice. Looks like we got to get ready for the Y-axis, the stepper motor. So, yeah,
So there's this.
Y-axis motor and holder.
Alright, so we got to pull these motors out. Let's see what we got. They look like they're all the same.
It'd be the one without the linear rod. No one's without the linear rod, right? Are they labeled in any way?
Mm-mm. They're not labeled. So any of the 3 steppers without the linear rod. Okay, put this down here.
Yeah, I can't see this specifically.
It doesn't have one. Alright, so then...
Oh, no, the label in the back right there. This is Y-axis. Wonder if that's for the extruder then.
Could be. Y-axis. So I was wrong. They are labeled. They say what axis they are, which I don't think that really would matter, but we'll do it the right way.
That's why they give us the instructions.
That's why they gave us instructions.
Alright, so I need 4 more bolts to these nuts. I already oh no, I already put those in. Never mind. Did I put the wrong?
There's nuts in here.
Yeah, is there some go? I wonder if I used the wrong ones.
Which way does this go?
This says M3 nut, but these don't look like the lock nuts, do they?
No. Way to go, Josh.
Yeah, I'm screwing stuff up left and right.
That's
Told you.
right.
You should have run the instructions.
No. Just pop those puppies out after you spent all that time pushing it in there.
Yeah.
These fit perfectly.
Oh, wow.
So you got to use the regular non-lock
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
Those go right in there.
2 more of those. And what's it showing us here? The orientation of the motor, the cable coming off the mount,
Okay.
and then the hardware holding the motor to it.
Okay. So like that.
That looks right.
Okay.
Yep. And you have 3s, 3x10s. And then that gets bolted to the back of the frame.
You flip your frame around, and the whole motor assembly is going to bolt like that.
Yep.
Pretty standard. A little warm in here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open the door because it's hot.
Okay, then we got Y-axis carriage. This guy.
Alright, so that motor's mounted. Yeah, buddy. There we go. It's going right along. There might be some noise in the background. There's a lot of kids outside playing around, but we're hot, so sorry if you guys have to listen to the kids.
Okay. So next is going to be this assembly, I guess.
What assembly?
What's it called?
The bed support.
The Y carriage.
Okay, so we need our bearings. Which side is top? So it has it like this. Right?
Yes.
Now, is there any markings that show this as the top? Nope, symmetrical. Except these three here are not exactly centered. So show me. Looks like it's going that way. So, okay.
It looks like these three are further forward. That's center.
Yeah.
Is that the same both sides? Yeah.
Yep. Doesn't look like there's a way to screw up the bed.
That we found yet.
Well, if there is a way, we'll find it.
And placing them Y carriage. Make sure the orientation shown in the picture.
Alright, so there's the other bearings. You got them open.
So there's something, some proper direction with the bearing, I guess.
No.
I'm reading this wrong. When placing the bearing into the Y carriage, make sure that they are oriented as shown in the picture.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I guess it shouldn't matter, right?
No, they're identical. But I think they're, they don't want them wrong. So,
At least they didn't use zip ties here.
yeah,
They
you use
used bolts.
little horseshoes.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool. I'm already in trouble. I could see how I could damage the table again by doing it.
At this point, you're doesn't matter, right?
I'm refinishing it either way.
Right.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, you'll never do a live video here again. Alright, so we got the bearings, put the little horseshoe clips on. And is it lock nuts, I'm guessing?
Yep. Lock nuts. Put them all the way down flush. I don't know
Is the socket small enough in my kit? It might. Do. It's that one.
3/16.
Looks
We
like
got metric.
7:30 seconds.
That
Works. It's probably metric.
Metric.
But 7:30 seconds is working on these, so that's what I'm going to use. I need my other thing of
says
tools.
to start tightening the nuts, but ensure, in big letters, you are tightening both nuts equally, and as soon as each nut reaches the surface of the carriage, stop tightening. All big
Yeah,
letters.
you don't want to over tighten it.
Yes. Things that people hold on the zip ties, right?
Yeah.
Probably could repeat this on the remaining two bearings.
7:30 seconds. Fits perfectly. So we'll put these on. And you just want to put them down tight. They don't have to be cinched on. You don't want to damage the bed. You don't want to compress the bearing. Just tight. No force with them. Looks like they're doing it with needle nose pliers.
Are they doing what? What's 90 degrees?
I don't know.
Sure, let's see. Check bearings,
Just to the surface.
instructions. And you're tightened in. When you're ready to use pliers, rotate each nut about 90 degrees.
That's cinching
Sure.
it down.
Yeah.
They just don't want you to over cinch them. Take care. You could use the needle nose. They just take them to the surface and then go to a 90 degree. Or you can do it by hand. What they're trying to prevent is over cinching.
And they're supposed to be even too.
Yeah. Yeah. You can do that. Try and keep them even. Shouldn't be too hard, and it's not. That works pretty good. Okay.
And then we put the belt this down. So those are tapped, right? Let's see what it shows. Doesn't call for any hardware. Place the Y belt holder on the carriage. Ensure that the teeth are facing the two bearings.
They are not tapped. No. Oh, they are tapped. Just couldn't see it.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about hardware, so I'm assuming they're tapped.
Yeah, they're tapped. Alright, so there's that.
So then it says, place this.
Now, to keep myself from being murdered,
Fine. Where'd the box go?
where did that box go?
It's in the big box.
The big box. Alright, put this back down on my handy, trusty anti-get Derek in trouble pad.
So it said place this with the teeth facing the two bearings.
Teeth facing the two bearings. hardware. All right.
And we need, oh, we got the rods right there.
What?
Next step is the rods.
Linear rods?
Linear rods, yeah.
Okay.
The smooth rods and compare the lengths.
Now, when you're doing linear rods, you want to be careful because I actually just recently screwed up an entire build because I had the rod. They were so close I couldn't tell the difference, but they were definitely different sizes. So with linear rods, always double check.
So we want the two.
There is a lot of kid activity outside. This neighborhood is crazy. There are children everywhere. Don't ever let Mormons tell you they don't know how to breed, because they do. They're everywhere.
Who told you that?
I don't know, but they seem to be repressed. But there are kids everywhere. They're awesome kids. I'm not complaining. But... All right, so that's tight. Okay.
Sure, I missed something here. Stuff parts on the table.
You got this. Well, that's your idler.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take the rods out because there's more stuff in here and I'm not ready for that. So there's the rods.
So we need through
So the smaller length?
No, middle length. So probably those two.
Yep. So 2 of them?
Yep. There should be one more in that box. Looks like there's 6 total.
Yep. There was a rod hiding away.
Yeah, so we need these two.
Okay, the rest needs to go back in the tube.
Take all the smooth rods. Well, I did that. If you can't slide the rods through, so it's basically talking about the alignment of your bearings. If the rods don't slide through the...
Like this one that's slightly off?
Yep, look at that.
Bearing was shifted, so we will pop that out.
We're also talking about if you had them angled somehow. It's the same thing, basically.
Had a bearing out of alignment, so I have to fix that real quick. Okay, so there's... That didn't sound good. The bearing.
Baggy.
Which one?
It's not supposed to be able to fall out, is it?
Nope.
Did we tweak or bend something?
No. I have more of these LM8s. So I've had them do that before. So we had a bearing with a thing fall out. We'll probably replace it, but we don't have one right here right now. So just remember, it's on the...
Is Sharpie handy?
I don't. I can get one. All right, so we marked it. I have a whole bunch of these LM8s, and I pushed the rod through probably a little too quickly and knocked the piece of the bearing out. Doesn't seem to affect it right now, but we'll replace it.
So now we need the frame again. So
That one feels rough too.
I think I was reading people were saying, stuff you could do as you're building it up, just upgrade bearings and stuff right after
Yeah,
that.
not impressed with the bearings. We'll probably end up replacing all of them, or at least they will. All right, now what?
So this again. You just place it right in, so it puts the 2 bearings to this side of the machine.
All right.
Snap that right, and they snap.
Hey, check. Oh, that's like glass now.
So it was alignment thing, maybe.
Yep.
So I'm assuming the zip ties go up next. You can see zip tie holes.
Josh hates zip ties.
So the white carriage is placing the. Make sure the 2 bearings on the are on the left side. Yep. And
So the bearings seem fairly cheap, but didn't really affect it, so we're okay.
using your thumb, press the smooth rods down into the. Yeah, we pretty much did that.
They're all in there. I wonder if we were supposed to put that idler on. We missed that step. Did it not call for it?
I went back and looked, cause that's what because it was sitting here. And I was like,
Guess not.
did
Huh?
I miss something? So yeah, zip tie 'em. Zip.
I love using zip ties and simply because Josh doesn't like zip ties.
Well, again, like I explained why, right?
Yeah.
All the dirty drifters are zip tying their cars back together after they smash them into something. So it's like their bumpers are literally held on by zip ties, and
Zip ties are the 8th wonder of the world, man. I use these things all the time for everything.
well, until you start seeing suspension components zip tied together, then you're like, all right, we went too far.
What? My suspension
Okay,
could be zip tied. I'd be all right with it.
I don't know, man. It looked really sketchy to me. Let's see. Ensure that the M3x10 Y holders are released so that the printer parts are able to move. What does this say? Ensure all M3x10 screws on the Y holders are to move. Everything moves, right? So I guess.
Yep, it moves.
Remove the carriage. Front. Oh, so it's saying loosen it all up, move the carriage each end, then tighten them all back down so that you're catching the zip tie or something.
I don't think so. 'Cause it's not going to go that far.
So I guess if that these far enough out of alignment, it would bind
Right.
one end versus the other.
But we did it awesomely, so it's not bound up.
And then we got lucky.
No, this is skill, man. This is skill. No luck.
Would you rather be lucky or good?
My experience is lucky.
Alright, so here's the step for the.
Yeah, I'm still working on zip ties.
Oh, I thought they were the most amazing thing ever.
They are. They
done
just-
yet?
It's just got to be done the right way.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I'm kicking butt on these zip ties. Do you hear her doubt my ability to refinish her table within a year?
I don't think she doubted it was going to take a year.
No, she. Yeah. This is gonna take a year. I tell you, after all I've done for her, you make one little scratch on a table, suddenly you're a bad guy.
Alright, so here's next to the pulley. So we talk about the flat. And
Goes on that.
Yep.
And how far is it extending from the end? 3/16 or no? They got a 1/4 inch.
They are saying don't press the pulley against the motor. Leave a gap so the pulley can rotate freely.
How much gap?
They didn't say how much. So imagine once we get to the belt,
Yeah.
we'll have to.
All right. So we're putting the idler on. Idler now goes on the motor. It's pretty self-explanatory. They don't really have parameters on how much gap between the motor and that is, but we're gonna just leave it. I'm just gonna tighten a little bit.
GT2 16.
That's your belt.
What is it? Well, it's talking about the pulley, so I guess the pulley is this just refers to teeth, right? Is that
Yep.
what it's saying?
Yep.
Alright, so the next step, we gotta flip the machine on its back or something.
Okay.
Install the belt. And your cardboard back.
Put my defensive.
We're still missing, we still have too much nuts here. I wonder what we missed.
Yeah, we'll find it when we try to run it. We're missing some bolts, but you know what? Every machine I've ever had has had extra
extra
nuts.
hardware.
Or maybe I'm just really incompetent.
Did it work?
Yeah, it's sort of.
Alright, so it says, so stringing them to the back of the machine, it looks like.
Yep.
Find the belts for the Y-axis, blah blah blah. Insert one end of the Y belts holder, ensure that using the upper slots. Close to the
Open that door back up when you come in. That's Sam. Okay, so what?
So right here it's saying using the slot closest to the Y belt holder. Let's see. I'm sorry. Insert one end Y belt holder. Sure, using upper slot. Excuse me. So
Upper
the
slot.
closest to the bed.
Okay. And then are we going through the motor or the idler?
It looks like it goes to the idler at the back.
Okay, so
first.
we're gonna go through the slot that is closest to
Press the belt all the way in.
oh, sorry, Josh. Furthest up there,
It's all over.
and then we're gonna go through the idler. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Didn't
Just
mean to knock
press
you.
it all the way in would be the next step.
Yep, did that.
And then we're feeding it down through the.
Which feeding these through the idler can be a challenge. But this is rather sweet. And then
And all the way across like you're doing. It says to go over the notch in the frame.
yep, and
And around the
then pulley.
pulley.
Then back through the notch in the frame. And there is not quite enough room. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull that back out. And I'm going to be a little more precise.
Yeah, they had it flush, looks like, with the.
You don't have enough to be flush.
Oh, right.
Mm-mm. Alright, belt's on. Now, I know that I can do this. I can actually line the idler up the right way because it is not correct right here. Pulled off a little ways. So let's put those teeth in.
Let's see, assemble the belt. No, when I meant one of them's flush, the other one's not, right?
What?
This picture look familiar? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Like that. Basically is what we wound up with.
Yep. That's what we got. And then once we get these out of here.
So here's what you're probably doing.
Yep,
Lining the
lining the-
Y-axis belt.
All right.
So do I even need to go to adjust the belt position, release the screw on the pulley, and
All right. We lost connection for a minute, but I got it back. Sorry about that. I apologize. See if I can get that line back up correctly. Not sure what happened there. The internet crashes occasionally. All right. Sorry, man. Yeah, I think it just crashed. How's the video coming through? Is it coming through okay? Ken, since you're our only person. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, so this is where we're at. We've got the idler, we've got the bed, and Josh is in the restroom, so I don't know how to turn his phone on. It's an LG. There's no buttons on his phone. Okay, it's on the back. Oh, he has a pattern. I can't even open it to look at instructions. So, don't be put off so far. This has been pretty easy. We've just been kind of screwing it all together as we go, and we hadn't really looked. We never even reviewed the instructions. We just immediately started putting it together, and he's telling me as we go. So, what have you been up to lately, Ken? Anything fun, exciting? I'm going to adjust my iPad because it is slightly off. So, see if I can fix that. See if that helps. Okay, that should be better. A little low. So bear with us. Josh had to take a pee break. Wussy. Got the bladder of a 5-year-old girl. Alright. And when I straightened it back out, I lost my alignment again. I need a webcam here. I need a lap. I'm going to have to buy a new laptop. But I'm poor. Alright, here we go. That looks way better. We almost look professional again. So. Alright, buddy, where are we at? I couldn't open your phone. I was going to carry on with this, and you had it all.
Fire it all back up.
You want me to find all your secrets?
Yes, all the secrets.
Okay, I think we're done with the Y.
Testing the Y belt. Using the technique designed below to test if the belt is properly stretched.
Yeah.
Using pliers to hold the Y-axis motor shaft.
It's perfect.
Okay. You're telling me I should skip this?
Yeah.
Move the white carriage.
I've done that game before.
Okay. Y-axis finished. 38. Step 38. Y-axis is done. Great job. Open the bag. Eat some gummies. All right.
Eat some gummy. I don't like gummy bears. I want to like gummy bears. You know who likes gummy bears is this person right here.
I do, actually.
Would you like some gummy bears? They came with a 3D printer.
They came with a
Yeah.
3D printer?
Yeah. So when you buy a Prusa, you get
Gummy
gummy bears
bears?
from Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, there's no English on the bag.
No kidding.
So why in the world did they send gummy bears?
It's just his thing.
He just sends gummy bears?
And they're gross like gummy bears.
I love gummy bears. Would you like some gummy bears?
By eating these gummy bears, you accept all and any responsibility for damage inflicted on your table.
Das Original. Site.
The
1920.
gummy bears are authentic Czechoslovakian gummy bears.
Two of my feet, I didn't know they're Czechoslovakian.
They're Czechoslovakian.
Yep. Because the printer's from Czechoslovakia. Well, Czech. It's not Czechoslovakia since the fall of the Soviet Union.
Heterbo Macht Kinder Froh. There you go.
There you go. So you know where the gummy bears came from. How are they? Do they taste
They
different?
taste like Czechoslovakian gummy bears. It has that Czechoslovakian flair to it.
These are the sugar-free kind.
Oh, yes!
Ready for more? Let's
It's
move.
gonna be an exciting night.
So if you ever want to read some funny reviews, go on Google and read about the Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. They,
Is it Haribo?
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently they work like laxatives. So
So we'll all be regular.
yeah, but these are regular ones. These are the sugar-free. All right, where are we at, dude?
So we're moving to step 3, X-axis assembly.
Step 3 of like 58.
No.
No, like
Maybe.
So you got like what, 4 more hours to go?
no, we're doing good. We've only been in this 73 minutes.
Really?
We're way ahead.
Had a schedule?
Yeah, we're kicking butt.
Nice
I think it
job.
said, yeah, I'd have to back out and look.
I lost connection though.
This wasn't my fault.
It was
Yeah,
probably
so
because I was on my phone. I think I was connected to my phone still, and I turned it off when I texted you,
Oh.
and it crashed.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, so we got 9 steps.
All right, so let's go. I got
Step
the.
3, X-axis assembly.
Here's the x-axis. What's the assembly look like? 2 rails.
So it's supposed to take 30 to 45 minutes. Supposed to be easy. Need this package up here.
All right.
I believe, is that right? Yeah.
What package? You gonna show them? You're like, okay. You know, keeping it all undercover. You should
So the X package, x-axis. Don't you have something to knit?
whatever you do, don't show them what you're doing.
Here is the x-axis package, and then there is an x-axis package of bearings, nuts, and bolts. Thank you,
You're
Jen.
welcome.
You're absolutely right.
I'm gonna go upstairs and work on my own YouTube channel now. Take all your Wi-Fi.
No, you can't. You can't use the Wi-Fi.
It's my Wi-Fi.
You're banned.
It's my Wi-Fi.
Don't make me come get violent.
I can do what I want.
It technically is for Wi-Fi. So if she robs us, they'll just have to be part 2. We may have to do a part 2, Josh.
I'm just gonna redirect all of your viewers to my channel.
Yeah, so you guys that want to help my friend out, she's been so generous to let us use her room. She does a lot of hiking and outdoor stuff. It's Jen Hancock, GG Goes on YouTube.
I have a whole 11 subscribers.
She has 11 subscribers and she needs help. So
That's 11 more than I have.
yeah, yes, she's an interesting person.
But I don't get interesting enough on YouTube.
All right. See, we had spare bearings. We're gonna use these.
You have spare?
No.
I'm pretty sure. They're not going to be spare. Alright, so it shows assembling the bearings
Into the.
in one direction. So you want to come from this side in, apparently. So it's probably got a taper built into them or something.
Yeah, probably. Probably got a taper in it. So we're gonna push these in.
And it's showing something here about. Alright, so yeah, blue step. Insert the bearings into the printed parts XN. Shown in the picture.
All right, so you're gonna put the bearing.
There's something
in
here
the-
about the angle in the direction and what's this talking about?
I don't know.
First part of the bearing should be in line with. What is it showing here?
You're confusing me.
So look, it's showing the screw and then showing the angle of the bearing in relation to. Oh, they want the bearings. I wonder if we did that wrong on. I didn't see that stuff on these ones.
No.
But see the tracks of bearings.
Oh,
between
yep.
the two.
I see what they're doing. So they want you to offset the bearings. So when the one pushes through, they want you to turn the other one 45 degrees so that you have more coverage for the linear rail. So basically you're getting, when you divide the linear rail, you're getting 6 paths of coverage through the bearing. It's
Or
just
8.
or 8. It's just for stabilization. So there we go. There's that one.
I'm gonna say, I guess this is talking about the gap on either end. Second pair of bearings should be.
Seated on the rim close to the bottom. Okay, so I want you to. This is interesting. This is challenging. Alright, so that one's there.
So here's some. Let's see, plastic bearings. Rotate this way. The achieve greater what you're saying, contact with the.
Yep, it's all about it. Alright, so that's. You want to push the bearing all the way down to the bottom on the one side, but you're coming from the top. Push the bearings in, push the first one in, rotate 45 degrees so that the lines are not exact, the bearings are not exactly the same. So there's one.
Yeah, and we gotta do the same thing on the second
Same.
one.
This one.
From the top side.
Going from the top, we're going to push that in. And then I'm going to take the next one. And I'm just going to push it in to start. Then I'll rotate it. Alright, so it's 45 degrees. Push that in. Then I'll use the flathead screwdriver to push it to the bottom and to the top. So, flush around the top and the bottom.
So this is the X motor tension. So you gotta press a nut, a square nut into the hole. And then we need the N3 by 18. Insert the nut and the hole.
My allergies have been horrible. Alright, so where's the square nut go?
Just slot right there.
Okay. I gotta open the door again. I'm cooking. Okay, so you're gonna push a square nut in to that little slot. Then you're gonna use the Phillips to seat it because it doesn't seat. Or the flathead to seat the bolt. And use an 18.
So yeah, insert screw, tighten the screw until the head almost reaches the surface of the printed part. We will adjust the final position later. Make sure the M318 screws is not visible.
In the hole.
Yeah.
All right, so you want your screw to be sitting right about like that.
So that's the hole you're not supposed to see it in. Yeah. Alright, X and idler bearing assembly.
All right, so now we need a hex or a lock wash.
Looks like a crush or one of those.
Yep, lock washers.
Locking nuts. Yeah.
So you're going to take a hex nut with a built-in lock washer.
There's another pulley that drops in.
These are really tight tolerance.
It's not falling.
No, they're not going to fall out. That is tight.
I didn't bring a razor blade.
And we got it. I got skills. Putting these lock washers has been fun. Alright, so now what? Idler?
Yep. Idler goes in next.
Okay. Held in by an 18. So you're going to put the bearing in the middle of there, and then this nut. And those of you that are viewing, I really appreciate it. All one of you. Alright, Idler's done.
Told the girlfriend we're doing this one if she's watching.
She probably is. And we appreciate it that you are. Alright, now what?
M318 place. You can do that. Alright, you need the long, smooth bearing rod in your rods.
The longest?
The longest two.
Alright, so you take these back out.
And the 3 bearings.
Take the 2 longest.
Put in your bearings. The longest those. What's the red? Now, please be very careful. Gently. Gee, I wonder why we insert the rods into
This should have said gently earlier.
Yeah, it probably did. We probably glazed over it because you're like, hurry up, Josh! In case you manage to push a ball out from the bearing, please count them. 1, 2 is okay.
So we're okay.
And the last one, right?
Yeah, we only lost one.
Okay. If there are more, please consider ordering new bearings. Alright.
So if you strip the bearings out of the balls out of your bearings, if it's only 1 or 2 that come out like we had, you're okay. I think we'll probably replace it anyway because this is going to be used for extremely high tolerance work. So we don't really
volume.
And high volume, so we'll probably replace them anyway just because. But you should be okay. They are just cheap Chinese bearings.
So we put the rod with the 2 bearings that we gently installed.
We gently put bearings on, as you see.
And then they get placed into this. So, instructions. Insert the rods into the bearings fully into the printed parts. Insert the rods very carefully. Do not tighten the rods.
Very carefully.
It says right here, very carefully.
Very
it's in red with exclamation points.
Very carefully.
Ensure to connect the orientation, or be sure the parts and rods. So we have the 2 at the top and the.
So that's going to look like that.
So
2 bearings on the top. It goes with this top knuckle. 1 on the bottom.
And there should be some windows that you can see if the bearing's fully installed on either end here, or right there.
Yeah.
And not there.
I got it.
We're good.
Yeah. All right, and then this one goes like this, right?
Yep. Same thing on the other end.
Gently squish it together. So it looks like that. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, step 8, assembling the X-axis motor pulley. motor and pulley part 1. So we need one, I'm assuming marked X axis. We need the
Got it?
pulley. And we just install those. Ensure you're using the correct motor labeled on the yeah, I should probably read all of these steps.
Yeah, you should have.
I just look at the pictures, man.
You failed me, man.
I told you at the very beginning of this, you better run the instructions. I know it. It's we got video evidence. I can prove it.
I think that part could be edited out.
All right.
All right,
Except
so
for all the people that are watching live, all one.
and
of
all
them.
one of them.
Well, back
Now
me
that
up.
we got all the way up to 4 at one point.
Nice.
Hey, it's a small channel. We appreciate your.
I'm just saying, there's one person out there that's got my back.
Yeah.
Whether you selectively edit or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so you install that. Let's see. Assemble the X motor and pulley part 2. Saying to orient the flat to the top of the motor, I guess. Orient the flat part of the motor shaft upward. Where it is. Slide the pulley on.
It's gonna go like that.
Correct orientation.
No.
One of the screws must be facing directly against the flat pad, one part. So I guess they're just talking about making sure the screw, one's on the flat, one's on the side. Don't press the pulley against the motor, leave a gap to the pulley, blah, 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 blah.
How many screws does it have? 3?
Haven't got that far.
Man.
Okay, so yeah, we're just using 3, looks like.
We're missing one of the long ones.
So, this is about the zip tie here. Let's see. Compared to M3, there should be 3 long ones.
No, we
Or
got
no.
2.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 3 18mm long ones.
No, we got 2 left.
Do we use, was it supposed to be a shorter one here?
Probably.
Oops. Oops.
So when you put the top screw in, you have 3 of these longer screws. The longer screws hold the motor mount in. The shorter one is the idler screw.
Motor for, so the orientation of the cable they're saying is important as well. It's supposed to be down.
Of course.
Maybe I should turn the wrench and you should read the place the X.
I knew better. I knew better. I
Insert
should have put it down. I knew better. I was like, this should go down, but then I forgot.
Where's the X? There's no X. I place the X motion on the picture.
It's alright.
Insert
It's alright, Josh.
screws. Alright. I'm trying to get ahead of you. For the following steps, please prepare the zip ties. Is there longer zip ties or are they all the same length?
They're all the same length.
They're longer in the picture for some reason.
I haven't seen this.
Or maybe this part's smaller than I thought it was. That's probably what it is.
You ever see that Simpsons where he builds the barbecue without the instructions?
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
Have you ever seen that Simpsons where it builds the barbecue without the instructions? Why doesn't mine look like that? So, when you're done, you should have this. Take care to make sure this cable goes down.
Okay, we need 5 square nuts.
You got 4.
Dang it. How is this happening?
I don't know.
What is it?
No, I don't think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm seeing 5 here. How did we screw this up?
I don't know. So I only got 4. That's it. Send it back. We're missing a screw.
A nut. Alright, X carriage. Yeah. The nuts. Supposed to be 5 of them.
I don't know what to tell you.
We have
4.
bag.
Let's take this off and see if we got.
Did we use the wrong one in the tensioner maybe?
No. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Pretty sure it said it was a, yeah, it showed a square nut.
It's a minor issue. I have some spare squares at home. All right, so we're missing a square nut. We're going to have to find it. And this is probably a good point for us to stop. So this is going to end up being at least a 2-part, probably a 3-part build. So thanks for watching, and we will continue the build soon. So this is video 1, and we'll continue on video 2 after this. Later. Not today. Thanks again, Josh McClee, for helping out. And let's end the video.
All right, so these are all